Welcome to Top Shelf Men. I'm Reese. Today we are going to talk about how women's logic is filtered through their emotions. This is why females and beta males are incapable of learning anything that doesn't make their feelings feel good, doesn't make them feel good at all. Oh, this hurt my fifis. So they immediately close themselves off to these ideas. This is why females and beta males are not capable of learning. So stay tuned for a great episode. Before we get started, I'd like to thank all the recent new subscribers. We made the channel over 500 subscribers. Again, this channel is tiny, and this is more of a hobby because, again, I haven't made a single dime off of this. And it's not about making money. It's about getting the message out. It's about telling men there's nothing wrong with them being masculine because they're constantly, all of us, we're getting pounded with feminist propaganda. By beta males, by politicians, by commercials, by the left and the right. I mean, all the quote-unquote conservatives, yeah, they keep putting women up in front, out in the front. It does, again. But thank you so much for subscribing. This really helps encourage me to make more content for you guys. And if you guys have been enjoying this content, please subscribe. It costs you nothing, and you'll get more videos out of it. So let's get started. So when a man receives new information, the first question is, does this sound right to me? Based on living on this earth for however many years, based on what we know is true, not what makes our feelings feel good or what makes our feelings feel wrong. Is this true or not? And then we go through like a flow chart to determine whether something is real or not. And you know what? It might hurt our egos. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because it doesn't change what reality is. There is no bullshit like we have on the left or with feminism where it's, oh, it's your truth. It's your truth, girl. It's your truth, boy. Let your feelings out. We don't have any of that garbage. But the problem is that now women, on the other hand, they're very different from us. Again, women are equal but diametrically opposite for 95% of things. When females and beta males they are capable of understanding and receiving information, but they're not really able to learn from any information they receive in a way that will really change their real outlooks or it will change their behavior. Because everything that is recepted by women's brains is immediately filtered through how they feel about it. And this also allows them to be huge hypocrites, as I'll give you a few examples following up. So you can make a great case about how divorce favors women and screws over men. And a lot of women will happily agree with you. You'll make some points. They'll say, oh yeah, I have an uncle that got divorce raped. Oh, I have a relative. They know somebody. But that same woman who agrees with you 100% will then have no problem with a few years later turning around and divorce raping their husband. If they feel their marriage isn't working out for them. And their husband has the resources that they want to keep so they can keep their standard of living. I have seen this time and time again in person with women that I've known throughout many years. We may have dated, eventually they got married, and then, again, I'm an old guy, I'm in my 40s, and then eventually they felt that, oh, I'm no longer happy in my marriage. And mind you, within all the years that I've known them, I've talked about red pill topics. We've talked about how unfair the the family court system is towards men. Just by default, you're the bad guy. And then they have no problem turning around and divorce raping their husbands. They have no qualms. Nothing stops them from having a quote unquote thought that is diametrically opposed to their actions, to the way they live their life versus what they say and think. This is why, again, women in politics is ridiculous. It's a joke. And I should make a video on that, because if you go back to ancient cultures, they actually have tried experiments of putting women in politics, and it turned out the way it's turning out now. The same joke. So this is why women's opinions really don't matter, because they will tell you something at one point, but then they'll do the exact opposite. So let's go on to other examples. So next, you have the 304s that turn religious. They turn religious, they claim that they found God, God found them, and that they say that they made mistakes in the past, but because they repented and now they're religious 304s, that you better not judge them for their mistakes. And they keep this attitude about them while they go to their church congregations and they're trying to scope out like a good beta. Oh, well, you know, he's a religious man, he's a good man, he's gonna take care of me and Tyrone's kid, even though Tyrone's in jail. So, because, you know, most Christian congregations are full of betas and suckers. So you better not judge her because of her past. But meanwhile, while she's looking for her next beta bucks, now that she's made her mistakes, she's written the carousel for God knows how long, and now she's religious. She has a Bible. She holds a Bible while she does her OnlyFans. Now she is judging every single man to see who's worthy of her. Because, well, he better have a six-figure income. He better not have made choices in his past that made him a brokey. He better have money. Oh, he better have his own house paid off. He better have a nice car. And like I said, if she's a single mother, oh, he better want to do the Christian thing and raise Tyrone's kid along with me and give me what I deserve. They have this mentality, and they don't understand that while they're holding two diametrically opposed thoughts of like, don't judge me for my past, but I'm judging everybody else because I'm a queen. And they have this mentality and this entitlement, and it's just ridiculous. It's insane. And the reality is that they cannot help themselves. They just simply can't help themselves. And that is because you can fill their heads with all the knowledge, all the reality, all the universal truth you want, and they will always default back to their feelings when it comes to the actual actions they take and how they make decisions, how they navigate the world. It's just part of their nature. And this is why I say time and time again, the red pill is for men only. Only properly masculine men, non-beta males, are able to receive new knowledge that makes them uncomfortable or makes them realize that their current perceptions of reality are wrong. And after processing the new information, going through thought and saying, you know what, that makes sense. I guess I was wrong. We are able to turn that new information and change the way we behave in the world. Because at the end of the day, men are simple. We just want to do what's right. But unfortunately, we are tricked and we are taught that, women are just like you. They're not. They're not. They're simply not. Everything they take in is filtered through their emotions. And depending on who it applies to, they can feel completely different about certain things. When it applies to themselves, oh, no, that's wrong. When it applies to other women, oh yeah, that's terrible. Like I remember once I was dating a foreign girl and she told me that in her culture, they have a certain saying for like girls that are like very attractive or cute, and that they're called like little devils, because even though they can be terrible people, they can do terrible things, people don't judge them that way because they are just cute and adorable, inoffensive females. And what was funny is that the same girl that told me this later turned around and she cheated on me. So again, she can kind of warn me and tell me these things about her culture, while a short time later, she does exactly that negative thing that she told me that her culture warns about. This is the hypocrisy of how women are. And they're not just this about with dating. They're with this about everything. Especially mothers, you'll see they have a different standard for their own kids where everything is allowable. Their angels are always perfect. But then they crap on other women's kids. Oh, that kid is a so-and-so, that kid does this and that. And they have no problem, while what they're talking down to about the other kids is exactly what their kids are. And God forbid, you tell a mother that her kids suck. You can be as polite as you want, they fucking go bananas. Like you told them their kids are freaking Satan, they're demons. And all you did was give them some valid criticism. But again, women live in a world of double standards. And like I said, this applies learn the actual learning through logic, discerning whether things are real and it affecting our behavior, this only applies to properly masculine men. Because most men in Western societies, they are trained like dogs to navigate the world through their feelings. So these guys are effectively defective females. So this was the topic of today's talk. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. As I said before, the more this channel grows, the more videos I'll make for you guys because, hey, these take time to make, edit, and everything, and so far it's a hobby. So if you want more, please subscribe. This is Reese. See you next time, guys. Peace.